welcome them because sometimes they come all the way from far and they will say, oh, I have read about you. I just want to see you in person. So if I'm walking, I will get up, I will come and meet them. And then I have some girls who actually take them on a tour. And when they require for me to take them on a special tour, then I take them. And that is all day. Then I come back. Even this Christmas, I have to open. When I see people line up who just want to see the creativity, I don't do Christmas at home. I have to be there for
Oh,
New Year,
goodness.
Christmas.
You
I
were
just
there also.
pity the condition of the people who come all the way and they have read about this gallery and they want to see the work. So I just, all day is busy, busy, busy. But it's my own exercise. I can go up there 3 or 4 times a day.
In a day.
Yes. Those are my own exercise.
Okay, that's your own form of exercise
Yes,
that
yes,
you do.
yes.
And what time does the gallery close?
We close by 6 o'clock. We open 10 and we close by 6.
Close at 6.
When we close by 6, I come home because my husband has to eat by 6:30, his dinner. So
You come to
then we will be together until 9. Then he will go and sleep. He's 87 and he's doing well.
Very well. Indeed, he's doing very well. Now, I must ask you, because the gallery, art and everything takes so much of your time, how do you relax aside the art?
You know, Yoruba say, Ojo cool, Ojo isimi. I divide my time into 3. One for my art, and one for my gallery, and one for my family. So I always divide that time into 3. So in the proverb, they said artists die with the brush in their hand. So it's our own life. So we have to just do what we want to do. When we travel too, it's work. When I'm traveling, I will carry my small, small painting. I'm doing it even inside the taxi, inside the traffic. That is why I have some small painting that I always do. So I take my pen, then I will be working inside it. Yes, so you never get tired of work.
Any other passion apart from the arts for you?
I love tasting food. Food tasting. Food tasting.
And how regularly do you do this?
I love cooking. I love cooking, but when I travel, I love to taste different type of food. Yes.
Kinds of food.
When I travel to, let's say I travel to Germany, I want to taste the Chinese food in Germany to see whether it's different to the one in UK, or see whether it's different to the one in New York. Yes. So every city, I have to taste the food of the origin of that place, and also taste the Chinese, as Chinese food is part of therapy. And we have a friend called Diana, GAC motto. So she said tea is the best thing to do. When you come now, I will offer you tea.
Tea.
He said hot tea, yes, yes. He said the hot tea is very good. So since I learned from her, I always take hot tea instead of cold water.
Cold water. You said you love cooking.
Yes, I love cooking. I love to cook asharo, first of all, because we believe in those, our fiber yam give a lot of people. Yes, yes. I like to cook yam and egg, because my husband eats yam and egg sometimes. Asharo is good, then pounded yam. Every day I pound pounded yam in the gallery.
You do?
In the afternoon. It's my exercise. Instead of me to carry weight, so I carry the motor.
You pound yam there?
I love pounding yam because, you know, you have to use that energy to do something.
Finally, for this conversation today, I want you to speak to Nigerians on the role of arts, what we can do with arts in this society, and how we can forge unity with arts.
Well, to you, my brothers and sisters, I want you to have a focus. Anything you know how to do. Do it well. I always tell people to have patience because there is so many obstacles. But once you know whom you are and you always carry yourself, don't let anything upset you. People can make you upset, but just say peace on it. Anything you know how to do, do it well, have a focus, and the sky is your beginning. Always have a focus. And that patient will take you to the greater point.
Thank you very much, Mominike Okudai. Patience,
Yeah.
focus. These are things that I'm taking away from you today. These are lessons that I have learned from this conversation. Thank you so much for being a part of Executive Discuss. Indeed, life is art and art is life. And with focus and determination, you will get to your desired destination. Of course, once you get there, the sky is the very beginning. That is what I am taking away, the message I am taking away from this conversation today with my guest on Executive Discuss. I do hope you're also taking something away, from my guest, Nike Okudaye. She is a woman who has continued to place Nigeria on that high pedestal on the world stage with her works of art. If indeed you've had a good time with us, why don't you join us again, same time, same station next week, talking about the Nigerian Television Authority, the NTA. Join us on Executive Discuss, as you never can tell, as I would always say, who my next trailblazer will be on this program. Till then, I remain Ololade Adeniji Adele. Bye for now.
Wannan labarin ma yana peji na 36.
Ita kuma babban labarin wannan jarida shine ainihin
labarin da ke gaban jaridar shine ta bayyana cewa
The Sangaya system of education was a system of education in the northern part of Nigeria, where children learned Quranic and other tenets of Islam, mostly away from home. Over time, the system had been abused and the children are left to roam the streets in many cities, begging for food, doing menial jobs, and constituting a nuisance. To tackle this menace, the federal government has come up with the integrated Quranic and Sangaya system of education to mop up the out-of-school children. What is this integrated system of education all about? How is it going to be implemented? And what are the benefits? Listen more on Panorama, coming to you from the Sokoto Network Center. I am Asmao Habibu Shagari. President Muhammadu Buhari has congratulated the new Olubadan of Ibadan, Oba Maulud Alalekan Ishola, as he ascends the throne as the 42nd Olubadan. Dide Onufade reports.
Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, who is representing the president, At this coronation ceremony and presentation of staff of office to Oba Moshood Olalekan Balogun describes the system of selection that brought him to the throne as unique.
It is its predictability and orderliness that ranks it among the most peaceful and unique accession protocols anywhere. It is the custodianship of this illustrious heritage and proud tradition that the Olubadan has been initiated today.
The Vice President notes that the monarch's shoulder is broad enough for the task ahead, as he is well trained both in economic, social, and tradition of the people he's chosen to lead.
Everything in your remarkable life and times, your abiding dedication and love for the people of Ibadan, your breadth of intellect, openness of mind, and lightness of heart has inexorably led to this auspicious day of your crowning. I pray for you that your reign will be long.
Governor Seyi Makinde presents the staff and instrument of office to Oba Moshood Olalekan Balogun, advising him to stay clear of politics.
Sometimes, despite our political wins, we make decisions that do not protect our traditional system. But this is why the custodians of our culture must always take a stand against us politicians tinkering with age-old traditional system. Our traditional fathers, you are the gatekeepers, and you must remain steadfast in that rule. I will not let you down. I will not let Nigeria.
Prominent royal fathers in Yoruba land and well-wishers from across the country witnessed the occasion. In Ibadan, Jide Onifade, Anthony Jide Onifade.
123 Nigerians are back home in the early Friday flight. The latest returnees are mostly students who take refuge in Poland as a result of the war in Ukraine. Usman Aliyu reports.
Chartered flight hired by the federal government landed in Abuja almost 2 a.m. Government officials received the returnees at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport. They were assured of adequate care and support.
The federal government of Nigeria, of course, through the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and other able agencies, is going to provide you with $100 each for your welcoming this morning. After that, the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission is also going to provide you with free SIM cards with 5,000 naira loaded on all of them. In order, the idea here is to ensure your happiness.
The documentation on arrival as obtained in the procedure have been conducted in such a manner that made it easier for both the returnees and the officials handling the exercise. There was free COVID-19 test also. While narrating their ordeal, the returnees appreciated the federal government on its effort and concern it demonstrated by ensuring their protection and making their return peacefully coordinated.
First, I'm happy I'm back home safely. I mean, after spending 4 days on the border of Poland, so it wasn't easy for me to cross.
It was quite serious, the war entirely, because I was back in the city when the whole thing started. But we were able to leave the city.
That's it we can take on Panorama this afternoon. I will now hand you over to our outside the broadcast crew for a live telecast. Have a great day.
Our honorable, I think, is here. He's on his way down. So I want to thank everybody for coming out here today for this special occasion. This is the We Together South-South launch. And we are very happy that it's happening in Akwa Ibom State. And I'm really impressed with everything that is going on here today. Thank you so much for everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ubong Thompson, Coordinator, Akwa Ibom State. The National Coordinator and all other members of the Board of Trustees here present. Very shortly, we'll be taking the speech on strategic roadmap on the movement. But before then, we'd like to take the first video.
Good afternoon and welcome to this live telecast reaching you from the network service of the Nigerian Television Authority, the NTA, the largest TV network in Africa. Right now you're watching the official launch of We Together Nigeria South-South and a strategic partnership with Prince 7 Youth Development Initiative holding in Uyo, the Akwa Ibom State capital. Recall that We Together is a movement of millions of young Nigerians coming together to ensure that every Nigerian life is valued. My name is Okun Ndem, and I will keep you posted as the events unfold. Happy viewing.
People do not want you to understand your real power, the power of the people, the power of unity. They don't want you to understand that you can actually make a change, that you have the power, that your vote counts. And by voting, you decide the future of this country. You decide the future of the next generation. We must put an end to this lie today. Join the continuous voter registration and take your power back. Register online or in person. Educate your friends and family on the power to vote and elect the right leader. This message is brought to you by We Together Nigeria. Let's do it ourselves.
Thank you. Permit me at this point to invite the chairman to please step forward. Let's put our hands together as we welcome Alhaji Ibrahim Abdul Karim to the podium.
Good morning, all. I greet you. Maybe I don't know how to do the Ibibio language. I will have been a great. I thought my friend will do the Ibibio for us at least. I was on all the media channels yesterday, and I really love the language, and I really love the serene environment we have. Thank you for coming, and thank you for hosting us, OU. Thank you very much. My name is Ibrahim Hussein Abdul Karim. My honor is to a quick recap of what we've been doing as We Together. As the name always implies, it's just a group of young Nigerians that feel that at least there is a responsibility upon us, that we just don't have to keep quiet and just keep watching things to change on their own. We've been lamenting, and we've been criticizing, and we've been shaming ourselves, and at least now it is almost 20 years, and nothing is changing. Just the simple reason that because we are not doing anything. And after the EndSARS, with the hashtag #SquareTheKnot, with all the people praying in their churches, people praying in their mosques, but look at us, we are still left with parties that cannot even do primaries, and things that are really not being clear for anybody where the country will be in the next 8 years. I think the responsibility of the youth is for them to chart a course. They may be wrong, they will not be given what is expected, but the most important is for them to chart the course for a new system. That is what We Together is all about. I think we gathered here, we have done this unveiling in Kano for the Northwest, we have done the unveiling in Lagos for the Southwest, we have done another one in the Northeast, in Yola, and we are here in Uyu, and we will be going to Anambra next week, and also do our final zonal unveiling in Jos on the 25th of March. Actually, the idea is for us to start sensitizing people. The issue is not just about changing the people in the government, but also addressing our mind in trying to see the kind of Nigeria that we want. We think We Together is a platform where all Nigerian youth, irrespective of gender, religion, party bias, or party affiliation can come together, reason together, think together, act together, chart a course. This course that we want to chart and we together is just for us to show the elite, to show the big men, to show the so-called that we are people that we said we are tired of them, that we are ready. There is no way they can look at us and say, come and take over, if they have not seen us being ready, taking responsibility in organizing a system like this. And we have been peacefully going around. And this is the first thing we want to tell Nigerians. We Together is a non-violence movement. We are just trying to create a Nigeria that we want. So anybody that have a thinking that he must cause confusion, he must fight somebody, he must struggle, we don't have to do that. We have the we are the custodian, the most intelligentsia group in the nation. That's the truth. Not only in Nigeria here, from all over the world. So what we need to do is just to call ourselves, and we have the power of the internet. This is the idea of why we are doing We Together. We just want to assemble ourselves. As you can see in the hall here, we have the PDP, we have the APC, we have all the parties represented here. This is the idea of what we want to create. First is team first. No matter how good the next president will be, even if we can go to America or England and borrow a president tomorrow, he was still not going to perform because us Nigerians and us, particularly the youth, are not ready to see our nation as us so that we can build it ourselves. This is what it's lacking. And what We Together wants to do is that let's see how we're going to start talking to ourselves about the need for us to create a nation for us, for our children, and even the unborn children that we have. We have to have a passport that we'll be very proud of. We have to have a system that we can get anything we want now and here in Nigeria. We just compliment ourselves when we go outside, not that we go outside and then come back to see what we need to have in the country. We decided to put up a system that will reduce the burden at the center, and also to create a platform so that the next president, the next governor, the next House of Assembly member or a chairman will be easier to govern or to lead. What we intend to do is that all of us here to see how we are going to start from the national but drop ourselves at the world level. At that world level, we want to see how we are going. That's why we are doing the 9 by 5 by 5 formula. 9 by 5 by 5 formula is that trying to create people that think the way we think. That's the idea of the movement. 9 of us, each one of us will bring 5-5. If you bring 5-5, then we become 45. All of the 9 of us is 54. If 54 of us will bring 5-5 people that think the same, then we are going to get 270 people to 320. But we are using the WhatsApp platform. It's very powerful. It's an application that all the time we will open it and we use it before we bring the main application for We Together that is coming subsequently in the due course. So what we intend to do, once we get the national level, we break into zonal. From the zonal, we break into local government, to state. From state, we break into local government. And the destination is for us to reach the world level. Actually, all the activities of We Together is going to take place at the world level. What we think is that the problem we're having, based on the research we have done, based on what we have seen in the US and the UK and other places where democracy works, is that they localize the activities. So everything goes to the level of the world. So people at a small community will think and also fashion out what type of politics, what type of party, what type of structure they want for their people. That's why even in the US, you can see some of the senators are not happy with what Trump was doing that time, but they cannot challenge it because the constituency is in line with what he's doing. So that's the idea. So the senators are left with, they can't do anything but vote for what the people want. For example, just passed bill of Affirmative Act for the women that was rejected. If to say all of us at the world level, we acted and we streamlined ourselves and say we are going to vote this number for the women, there is nothing the senators will do. There is nothing the House of members will do, because this is what we send them to do. This is what is missing. So the politics is not happening at the world level. So it's not happening with the people. We left the politics to take place where? At the center. So That's why even when you call the young men and said, let's come and do a movement like this one, they will ask you, what is in for us? The next thing they will ask you, who is funding you? The next thing they will ask you, where are you carrying us to? What am I going to be? Am I going to be a leader? But what we said is simple. Even if you are a pilot, an engineer, a medical doctor, an SA to the governor, what we want you to do is that please use that your knowledge and that your exposure at the ward level. Instead of allowing the ward with somebody that 10,000 naira will be to purchase him or to give him a motorcycle. If you work at that level and hold the word for us, actually you will give us exactly what we want to achieve as young people. What we want to do with the We Together is that let's have a common voice. And then let the elite see how we strategically use ourselves in trying to put up this movement. I think, as they always said it, when a boy that wants somebody to pick him, he will raise his hand. I think this is what has failed us. We have not, in previous days and years, for us to show to the world that we can take responsibility and we can do it ourselves. Actually, the reason why we want to really put more of our energy on the world level is that we try as much as possible to see that bringing ourselves to the world level will make it easier for us to have what is called community engagement or stakeholders engagement. That's when we can talk to the churches, we can talk to the mosques, we can talk to the imams, we can talk to the pastors, we can talk to the traditional leaders to understand the need of that particular environment. Then we now tell them what's the difference of you selling your vote and what's different for you holding up to your vote to make sure you get the right thing. This is our work. This is what we're supposed to do. It's not for us just to be in Abuja, have a very good cap and just a very good car, while the people that you're supposed to help for them to understand the nature of the nation and also where the nation wants to go to, and you abandon them. And then when they collect money, you get very angry. Why will you be angry? Because you fail to do what you're supposed to do. We're supposed to be the light that will show the direction in where we need to take this country to. And everywhere in the world is the youth that shape the nation and shape the thinking. But what we need from the elite and also what we need from the elders is their wisdom. And I know almost all of them that I have talked to, they were not happy and they are still not happy with where we are as a nation today. That's the truth. They are not happy and they are looking up to the youth. What can you do? And we are not showing any capacity. So we let them and they are so in dilemma on what to do and how to do it. But with a movement like We Together, I think it's a platform that we are inviting all young Nigerians to really come and join us, bring more ideas, look at what we want to achieve, go to our website, look at our website and see this is a big platform that we want to create. This platform is just going to be, it's non-partisan. So actually what we need is that we know just being a young person will not qualify you to lead in this country. You need to be competent enough to participate in the politics, to know what you are doing. That's what we are trying to do. So in trying to do that one, we have a very strategic partnership in Lagos with Late Generation, which will help us at least to train those of us that are, because that's always what I ask. Most of the elite so-called that are thief as of today, I think they are not teachable. Some of them, they have already mastered the way they do things. So it's going to be very difficult for somebody to change them. But I think us here and the beautiful faces I'm seeing here, we are very teachable. We will open our mind to understand where they want us to do and how they want us to do it, and what will be easier for us. They bring their wisdom, we bring our energy. I think it's a very good combo for the nation to move forward. Actually, we will try as much as possible to keep on the speed and keep on we are going to do what is called aspirant selection criteria, which we are looking at to see, even if you present yourself as a young person, what can you offer? It's very, very important to us. If you know your onions, as you said, and you know what to do and you know what to deliver, irrespective of your party, irrespective of where you come from, irrespective of religion or tribe or class, even if you don't have the money, we will source up the money because we know the power of internet. We know how much we spend in Big Brother. We know how much we spend in other programs that we are doing. We know how much data we spend in a day. We know if we tailor that data towards having a beautiful country for ourselves, I think it's not going to be too much asked by We Together. And based on the 2 years that we've been doing our conversation, this is just what I will, the secret I want you to reveal today. I have met the most energetic, intelligent Nigerians on this course. And I was so happy and asked, did we actually have this kind of Nigerians? And we allow this country in the hands of the people that we are always complaining. So it didn't make sense to us. We have all the beautiful faces, the essays, the commissioners, doing all the work. Because if you go to a government house, you see all the young men doing all the job. If you go to presidency or vice president's office or a minister's office, you see all the young men doing all the job. So that's mean we don't have to reinvent the wheel. It's just for us to push them and show them to the world and see these are the people that we have and this is what we can do. Nigeria is our country. It's a God-given country. None of us here have any covenant with God to be somebody from Nigeria. You can be from any part of the country, but God has made it for us to be what? To be in Nigeria. So the most important thing is for us to what? To protect that Nigeria. Not only by just protecting, by building the Nigeria that we desire. This is very important. You can't sit down and be lamenting or be criticizing or go to television and make a very big, good presentation, tarnishing or discussing things that you're not supposed to. You yourself know that this is not what you want to do. But if you come up and be a politician and be part of the system, this is a movement. We all have our jobs. We are doing something. But this is a movement that we want to say enough is enough. We have to present that platform so that at least the young Nigerians can come on board and exercise that right that they have to govern or to be governed, or come to push for a better Nigeria. This is exactly what We Together is all about. And then we have our guiding principles. And then we want to always state it to our members. It's like We Together is a movement that has a DNA. DNA is coming from our founding fathers. And we have just said the national pledge here. And we have done the national anthem. Our commitment as We Together is the nation first. We believe that it's the nation that we need to get it ready so that there will be, it's just like a car not having an engine. No matter how good the driver is, he can't drive that car because it's not engine. And we, the youth, we are the engine. So what we are saying is that let's organize ourselves, let's put a structure, let's put something that we feel that this is actually going to be a way forward for us. And then this movement, we have already charted a course for a 10-year first-term program that we want to do for a whole 10 years. So this is 2022. The election is going to be 2023, and we are really going to participate in this part of the election process. But what we're asking all Nigerian youth to do is that your constituency needs you. Your people needs you. If you see anybody by the roadside suffering, remember that you have failed that person. Don't think of yourself as other person that has done it. Until we start telling ourselves and taking responsibility, nobody will shift for us because we are young people to be taken into the position of power. But if you can take responsibility at this kind of stage, then they will see us, they will welcome us, they will clap for us, and they will say, these are the young people that we're supposed to support, and these are the kind of people that we're supposed to give the mantle of leadership tomorrow. But we have to show what? Capacity. And we can only show capacity in a moment like this so that we can sit down peacefully, we can atomize things, we can call our other friends in diaspora, we strategize on what we want to do, and we coordinate with people irrespective of party. Before, if we see young people here, this one will be carrying gun, this one will be carrying knife, this one will be abusing this other. They are all abusing themselves because of somebody. But this one, I said, if you want to put that energy, put it for Nigeria first. It's when you get to Nigeria and you understand yourself, it's easier to find the kind of leader that you need to take you anywhere you want to. Thank you very much for coming, and God bless us all.
That was Ibrahim Abdul Karim, the chairman of Board of Trustees of We Together Nigeria. In the course of his opening remarks, he has highlighted some of the things that the Nigerian youth is expected to do, and of course the aims and objectives of the organization, which include discovering, mentoring, and training the next generation of patriotic leaders, providing them with competency-based model for leadership development required to drive the much-needed change of the Nigerian state, and of course, producing leaders that will make the difference in their communities.
Ask that we take the next video.
Suffer from a failed educational system. How can we lead when we cannot graduate on time because of the consistent ASU strike? How can we lead when we lack the conducive environment to grow our businesses? How can we lead when we lack funding and adequate government support? How can we lead when our brothers and sisters are being poisoned by uncontrolled drug substances on our streets? How can we lead when after graduation we have no job opportunities? How can we lead when we lack proper security, when bandits and terrorists take our lives? How can we lead when they blame us for not making progress in our lives? But how can we make any meaningful progress when all we think about is how to get the next meal and survive to the next day? Enough is enough. Today is the day. Now is the time. We must come together and change our lives forever. Youth across Nigeria are coming together under one platform to share ideas, to bring up new leadership, to take control of our future. Join the movement. Visit www.wetogether.ng. Visit our social media handle at official We Together, or call our helpline 070-646-6102. We Together Nigeria. Let's do it ourselves.
Thank you. It is my honor and privilege at this point to welcome and invite to the podium the national coordinator. Let's welcome Honorable Shina Pella.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to join us today at the South-South launch of the We Together movement in Uyo, Akwa Ibom. Recall that we have successfully launched We Together in 3 geopolitical zones, namely Kano for the Northwest. After that, we did in Lagos for the Southwest, and just last week in Adamawa State for Northeast. So we are here today in Akwa Ibom with our We Together family to launch this great movement in the South-South. My brothers and sisters, there is no other time than now. Our country is suffering from foundational defects, a system failure. And it is high time as citizens of this country to rise up and take the full responsibility of rebuilding our broken nation. Our nation has been broken for the past 40 years. We have been clamoring for change. And the only reason why we have not gotten this change is because we are always fighting the existing reality. I believe that for us to get the change that we want, we must all sacrifice the old system and build a new system that makes the present and existing system obsolete.
We need to build a system where we will begin to build and strengthening institutions other than building individuals. In the past years, we have seen several times where we put strengthening and building individuals ahead of institutions, and it has not taken us anywhere. This is the time for us to put the unity and peace of this country at the forefront, and make sure that we identify criteria when building leaders, when identifying leaders that are going to build our country. It is high time for us to make sure we identify criteria and we put the leaders side by side these criteria to make sure that we are electing people not because of money. We are electing people not because of popularity, but because they are competent. So my brothers and sisters, this is the time that we must rise up to save this country. The year 2023 marks an opportunity for us as a nation. God will not come down from heaven to come and rebuild Nigeria. God has done his own part by blessing our land with so much resources. God created land before God created men. But the unfortunate thing is God did not create government. If God had created government, God would have created a perfect government. But today, what makes government? The people. You make government. And what time do you make a government? During the time of elections. And we have that is hitting on us by 2023. I know a lot of us believe that Nigeria cannot be rebuilt. But I can tell you that the only impossibility on earth is God Almighty. God has given us every opportunity for us to rebuild our nation. And we must rise up to this opportunity and do what is required of us. And this is why I, as a person, I align with the We Together family. Why? Because I believe that We Together has the only solution to Nigeria's problem. Nigeria's problem borders on religion, ethnicity, political parties. I'm a member, Federal House of Representatives. Just about 2 weeks ago, I'm sure everybody watched the Constitution Amendment where we were voting. And you will see there are some important bills in that amendment that you will expect that a country that is working towards development, that is working towards prosperity, must be able to take those things seriously. One of those things is...
This is the network service of the NTA. We'll be joining our outside broadcast crew for another live broadcast. This broadcast will be continued later.
You're welcome to the live transmission of the inauguration of the Eastern Bypass Road here in Port Harcourt City Local Government area. On behalf of the outside broadcast crew, I am Emmanuel Lene, welcoming you to this epoch-making event. The Eastern Bypass Road is a very important road. It was a one-lane road that connects central Port Harcourt to the eastern part of Port Harcourt, talking about the Marine Base and other riverine communities along this area. In an effort and as part of the Governor Wike's urban renewal program, this road has been dualized to accommodate the heavy traffic along this road. The governor is joined by the former governor of Kogi State, Alhaji Ibrahim Idris, who is the special guest of honor at today's event.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please can we put our hands together for Egelege Cultural Group of Obumna Bali. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I at this point invite for the project description the Honorable Commissioner for Works River State, Elokatasi Amadi Esquire.
Your Excellency, the Governor of River State, our special guest of honor, His Excellency Alhaji Ibrahim Idris, Commander of the Order of the Niger, Jakadan Sokoto, Omachi Atta Igala, Sadauna Nupe, former Governor of Kogi State. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of River State, the Right Honorable Speaker of the River State House of Assembly, Your Excellencies, please permit me to rely on protocols previously established. I welcome you once again to today's ceremony for the commissioning of the dualized Eastern Bypass. Prior to this time, we had a 7.3 meter wide single carriageway, which had no drains and was grossly inadequate for the volume of traffic on this route. But today, all that is history. And we now have a dualized road, which the typical cross-section is 18.5 meters wide from the end of one drain to the end of the drain on the other side. Each of the drains is 1.2 meters wide and has a total length of 6.7 kilometers. You have two carriageways, each measuring 7.3 meters wide on either side, separated by a 1.5 meter wide median. The total road length is 3.348 kilometers. That is all that is visible to the eye. But the project was not as easy as it sounds. This area predominantly is swamp, and some of it is reclaimed area. We had some of the most challenging excavations to deal with. For better understanding, the time it takes us to excavate 100 meters here, you could excavate 1 kilometer on stable soil. There are areas on this road where we had to excavate as deep as 1.3 meters to remove unsuitable material. Backfill with sharp sand all through the project, and the least areas were about 600 centimeters. After the sharp sand fill, we have a layer of sand cement mix, stone base course, topped again with our binder course and our wearing course, giving us 2 layers of asphalt. Not to mention the compensations we had to pay for the expansion, electrical relocations, and all whatnot. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say that apart from the beauty of the road, the convenience it offers to traffic. I said earlier that the road was inadequate, but today it caters a lot for the volume of traffic that moves through here. Thank you and welcome to the capital of Rivers State.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to give a remark on behalf of the contractor Julius Berger Nigeria PLC, may I invite the regional manager, Jorgen Fischer.
Thank you. Welcome to His Excellency Nyesom Esenwo Wike, the Executive Governor of Rivers State, the special guest of honor, His Excellency Alhaji Ibrahim Idris, former Governor of Kogi State, Her Excellency Mrs. Ipalibo Haribanigo, the Deputy Governor of Rivers State, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please permit me to stand on existing protocol. Julius Berger PLC welcomes all of you today to this commissioning ceremony. This commissioning project today of the Eastern Bypass Road dualization is a major link to connect the Ogunabali roundabout with the Moscow Road. Together with the extension of the Eastern Bypass along the Sandville area, which is already under construction, is this project a part of an important north-south link to improve the traffic flow between the Rebisi flyover and the Moscow Road. Excellency, all your road and infrastructure projects change the picture and the quality of the entire city today and shows evidence of a successful development of Rivers State. Today, we are proud to deliver you the next project for this successful development. Our board and executive management is indeed very grateful for once again trusting Julius Berger PLC for the realization of this project. Please let me take this opportunity to thank all of those involved in the project. First of all, the Ministry of Works under the leadership of Honorable Commissioner Eloka Tazi Amadi and his entire team. And last but not least, a special thank to the good people of Rivers State, especially the host community here, for their support, patience, and understanding during the construction time. Thank you very much, and God bless this project, and God bless you all.
bypass road is few kilometers from the Rebisi flyover. It also connects to Moscow Road and parts of Borokri in Port Harcourt Township. The completion of this road will no doubt reduce the volume of traffic experienced on this road.
I invite to give a speech the governor of Rivers State, His Excellency Yeso Commander of the Order of the Night.
Your Excellency, our special guest of honor, the former governor of Kogi State. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, the Right Honorable Speaker of the State House of Assembly, the Chairman of PDP River State and Kogi State, former Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives, and former Minister of Transportation, our dear leaders that are here, traditional rulers, there's a Rebisi, and your Council of Chiefs that are here, the members of the State House of Assembly, the Mayor of Port Harcourt, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, our special guest of honor, let me on behalf of the good people of River State most sincerely thank you for accepting our invitation to commission this particular road today. It is not easy at this critical period for you to leave your state, but in spite of everything you are doing, you still oblige us. God will bless you for that. Your Excellency, the Commissioner of Works and said it all. But what's important is that this was the project that was supposed to be between us and NDDC. I was with the Minister of Niger Delta and the sole administrator of NDDC. I'm happy he's here. We agreed to share the funding of this project 50-50%. As I speak to you, they ran away. Never brought a dime. But look at their headquarters here. They're enjoying the road now. It's unfortunate, and I've always said it. I've never seen a corporate body that said they will enter into a partnership with the government and then they will not fulfill their own promise. I've never seen such in my life. It's only in this part of the world. They are happy, there's a road, they are happy, there's a drainage, and now it's going to give beauty to this their edifice. But I'll make it uncomfortable for them. Very much, I'll make it uncomfortable for them. If this is where you are